Get underway, and starting in this one, Lance McCullers Jr. And Singy, that may be his name, but the strikeout is his game.
Well, Boog, I can tell you've been working on that one, but yes, you are right. This guy strikeout per 9, over 11. I mean, that's just getting it done. There are a lot of strikeouts in that other lineup, and when you look at what he's able to do, man, it's going to be a fun one to watch today.
Ian Happ, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. Cubs made Ian Happ a first-round pick in 2015. He played at the University of Cincinnati as an infielder. Played a little bit of outfield, but a guy in 2022. What a year, Chris. Both an all-star and a gold glover. Down and in, moved his feet. Strike. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Now, this was a story we were paying attention to before the game. We've seen him give up walks in the past, and it's an issue once again early on.
So here's Kyle Tucker now. Outside corner, there's a strike.
Yeah, and wins that gold glove as a left fielder, and it's a guy that was a pretty good center fielder as well. But you know, one of the things for him is just being able to be in the same spot every day. I think it increases the comfort level and allows that athletic ability to really shine.
That's down and in. Fly ball to right. Smith. One away. Here's a look at the Cubs lineup. A guy who's been huge for them over the last month plus, Pete Crow Armstrong.
Boogie's swinging the bat really well. 9 home runs last month. I'm sure he was itching to try to get to 10. So take that as motivation coming into this new month. They better deal with him very carefully.
Right fielder.
And next for the Cubs, Seiya Suzuki. And Singy, we already know he's going to finish the season with a new career high in home runs. And that one is downstairs. Ball one.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead. Doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off the trajectory, get yourself into scoring position.
Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
Next offering is outside.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
That one misses. 3-1 now. Next offering is fouled back. Swings and misses. 2 out.
Well, that slider was way out of the zone, and for me it just comes down to not seeing the pitch out of the hand, not tracking it into the zone, and then also being a little bit anxious, not confident in your 2-strike approach. And so when a guy's in that position, you get him to commit early, and a lot of times you get the swing and miss, as you did right there.
Pete Crow Armstrong, the next Cub to hit. Good power, not great in the OBP department. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Happ off of first with 2 away. Swing and a ball ripped right field, and that one back, and that one is gone. His 22nd homer of the year, and just like that, they're out front. It's 2-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
Dansby Swanson is going to get a chance to hit. Pitch misses.
1-0.
Ball one. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
1-1.
Two outs, base is empty. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Not in time, and he reaches safely.
Batting sixth, first baseman Michael Busch.
So two down, and here is Michael Busch. And that misses. And that's ball one. Busch, 27 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. On a line out towards center. Myers racing over to make the catch. Cubs add 2 on this homer. And it's 2-zip. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here in Houston, and today's starting pitcher, Colin Ray. And Chris, he's a guy that gets better when things get tough.
Well, it hasn't been a great year so far in terms of ERA, but he's had some decent games, and there have been some flashes of greatness, if you will. We'll see today if he's able to get ahead of hitters and perhaps get some swings and misses, put himself in a position to bring that ERA down, because you know in the back of his mind, beyond the W, he wants to have a better earned run average.
High fly ball out into left center field. Hauls it in, and there's one away. Now we check out the Astros lineup. It features a great veteran presence, Jose Altuve.
Well, Boog, there aren't many guys who have a flair for the big moment like he does. I mean, batting over 400 with runners in scoring position. Are you kidding me? I know it's not guaranteed or an automatic, but I hope we get to see him in a close late game situation with runners in scoring position and just see, is he truly a machine or not?
In the air, right side. Suzuki makes the grab. That's out number 2.
Batting third, second baseman Jose Altuve.
Jose Altuve up to hit here. Fastball is outside. Off the mark there. And now 2-0.
He hasn't wanted to challenge him both of those pitches off the plate away. Don't expect anything down the heart of the plate. You may just have to be patient and take your walk here.
2 outs. And that one's a little bit low. And that's ball 3. That's a walk.
That's a ball.
Went with the cutter again, but couldn't find his zone.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Cam Smith stands in now and watches strike 1. Altuve off of first with 2 away. Out towards right center field. Suzuki running hard for it. Squeezes it. And the inning is over. So the Astros lead one. They trail things here 2-0. Top of the second, so here's Horner now. He's already set a new career best for stolen bases in a season, Chris. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Right side, Altuve. And they get Nico Horner one away.
Good arm side run and sink on that pitch right there. Got inside on him and got him to bounce into that out.
So up next, Matt Shaw. Just missed. One out, bases empty. Next offering is down low. Joe McDonald doing the home plate duties here.
Well, Joe's an interesting one. I'm always trying to figure out what exactly his zone is. It feels like it kind of moves around from game to game, sometimes inning to inning.
And that's in for a strike. Yeah, I think that's fair. I don't think he's ever way off with his balls and strikes, but yeah, I don't think it's easy to define what his zone is, like you said. Boots it. Still manages a throw, and they get him. The misplay made it a bit messy, but they cleaned things up for the out.
Catcher, Reese McGuire.
2 outs, base is empty. Now the Cubs catcher, Reese McGuire.
Ball. 1 ball, no strikes.
And downstairs. And that drops in for a strike. And that is downstairs. 3 balls and a strike. This ball's chopped on the ground. Dubon. The throw to first, and the Cubs go 1-2-3. Cubs are down quietly, but they're on top 2-0. Back here at Dyken Park, we head to the bottom of the second, and stepping in for the Astros, Yainer Diaz. To third, Shaw. Handles, throws to first. That's 1 out, the bottom of the second.
Batting 6th, designated hitter, Victor Caratini.
Vic Caratini at the plate. Swings through that one. 0-1.
First pitch strike right there for him. He's going to have to do that consistently if he's going to give any length to his skipper.
And now it's even up.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Just missed.
That's a good pitch there.
2 balls, 1
Really had
strike.
some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Next offering upstairs. This one high in the air to left center. Out number 2.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
2 down, bases empty. And now it's Christian Walker. And first offering is fouled off. Inside, just missed.
1-1.
Two down, nobody on.
Two.
Right down to shoot, and the count 1-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. In time, the 2-3 strikeout ends the inning. After 2, it's a 2-0 ball game. Back here in Houston, on to the third inning. Ian Happ up to hit. McCullers back to work. And that one clips the corner. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-2.
Well, a good slider from an opposite-handed pitcher has to stay in that tunnel just a little bit longer. Otherwise, recognition can cause you to barrel it up. And right there, the hitter clearly couldn't do anything with it. That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
Tucker in the box now as he looks at ball one. Second plate appearance of the day for him. In the air, left field, down the line, and it stays fair. Now he'll turn for second, and he's in with a stand-up double.
Kind of a risky pitch coming inside with the breaking ball like that. You have to bury it. Otherwise, it's not too difficult to get the bat to it like he did that time.
Seiya Suzuki, the next Cub to hit. He's 0 for 1. That's off the mark, and it's 1-0.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Next offering in there for a strike. That's strike one. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
Outside, now 2-2.
2-2.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Chris, as we look back at the pitch sequence, he hadn't seen that curveball at all. How tough is it to adjust to something like that with a bunch of break when you haven't had a look at it yet?
Yeah, I mean, you're dialed up for something firm. You never want to take a called third strike as a fastball, so you're going to be a little anxious before you recognize the pitch. And right there, clearly didn't see what was coming.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Pete Crow Armstrong. Pitch misses there, and that is ball one. Man on second, 2 down. Check swing, went around, and the count 1-1. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Here's Tucker on his way to the plate. And he's out. Up, down, and that ends the inning.
Well, it's pretty difficult to throw a base runner out at the plate with 2 outs on a base hit to the outfield, but an excellent job of coming up with it, getting rid of it quickly, and throwing on the money. That is great technique from start to finish. Nice job to end the inning.
And we're back. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Cooper Hummel. And takes low for ball one.
1 ball, no strikes.
And a pitch. Hit on the ground to short. Swanson zips it across.
Yes, you're
and
out.
a quick out, number one.
Well, he's one of the best shortstops in the sport, no doubt about it. And he put his skills on display once again right there. Great stop on the backhand, but it was the transfer and throw for me that really stood out. With the speed going down the line, there's no way he gets the out any other way. That was impressive.
Here's Mauricio Dubon. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. One down, base is empty.
Ball.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Here's a 1-1. And a swing and a line drive at a right field. Suzuki makes a nice grab at a full sprint.
That was just a great jump and route to the ball. Well, it had to be. If he was going to cover all that ground and bring in that sinking liner, that's the way it had to be done. Nice job.
On the ground to the left. Whips it across.
Out of there.
And the Astros put down in order. Nothing across here this half. On to inning number 4. It's the Cubs 2 and the Astros nothing. And welcome back to the
Leading off for the
ballpark.
Cubs,
John Sciambi with Chris
shortstop,
Singleton
Dansby
and set to
Swanson.
lead off the 4th, Dansby Swanson. That
Ball,
one
that's
misses, and that's ball one.
You know, these Cubs doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing
Ball.
very patient at-bats out of them. They're doing a good
2
job
outs
of
to
working
count.
the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
Next
Ball
offering
3.
misses, ball 3.
Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
And there's the automatic. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells
Now
you that
batting,
that's
the
the pitch
first
he has the
baseman,
most confidence in
Michael
right
Busch.
now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
Michael Busch, the next Cub to hit. 0 for 1 so far. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. And that one fouled off. Swanson gets his lead at first with nobody out.
One, two.
This one in the dirt. Inside,
2-2.
almost got him. Here's a 2-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. Still 2-2 after the foul ball.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
And that's downstairs and outside.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound, he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
And ball four, two aboard.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
First and second, no outs. Nico Horner will come up to hit. He's 0 for 1. That misses the zone. 1-0. Activity in the Houston bullpen. Hunter Brown getting loose out there. Valdez warming up as well. Line and a base hit into right. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Now a long throw home. He'll score. It's 3-0.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. McCullers gets the hook, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching.
The Astros turn to a new arm on the mound, Ryan Gusto.
67.
And he's been really shutting down hitters from the right side of the plate this year. Not a lot of hard contact, not a lot of hits, period.
So up now for Chicago, Matt Shaw. Grounded out his first time. Right through there for a strike. First and second, no outs. Top half of inning number 4. Close one, doesn't get the call. And the count is 1-1. Quick feed to second for 1, but no throw to first as he'll hold on to it.
Now batting, catcher, Reese McGuire.
The batter now is Reese McGuire. Just missed. First and third, one down. Outside with a breaking ball.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Next offering is fouled back. Fouls one off. 2-2. Runners are at the corners, one away. And a pop-up on the left side of the infield. Dubon right there to make the grab. 2 down.
Now batting, left fielder, Ian Howe.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. Digging in is the switch inning outfielder, Ian Happ. First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
0-1.
That one down the line, and that's just foul. Runners on first and third, 2 away. Pitch misses there. Now 1-2.
Ball.
That one the other way. Oh, he gloves it. Bottom of the fourth, and now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Jake Myers.
Jake Myers.
The right-hander back to work. The other way, makes the catch, and there's one gone.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve. He reached out a walk his first time. Foul ball.
Altuve always seems to be setting records or reaching milestones, Boog. In 2023, he became the fastest player to reach 2,000 career hits, 200 home runs, and 200 stolen bases in MLB history.
That one out to right. Makes the catch for the out. And there's two away.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Smith, the batter now, as he holds up his swing for ball one.
Hurt one.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. It falls in, and that's a knock. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Up next for the Astros.
Yainer Diaz getting ready to hit. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. Oh, he doesn't get the call. Ball one. Diaz, in his third season, 26 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. Smith leads off first with 2 down to the inning. And that one pulled foul. Two outs. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. One left for Houston. They trail in this one 3-0. Back here at Dyken Park, here's Kyle Tucker.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect labeled over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. In the air on the infield, Paredes has a beat on it. And there's one away.
Going to have a little more discipline in future at-bats. That pitch looked good, but you can't hit it. It was just too high in the zone. You usually see a swing and miss or weak contact in the infield.
Seiya Suzuki will hit next. Misses outside. Ball one.
Oh, here's a fun fact for you, Boog. Suzuki is the first Japanese-born player to homer in 3 consecutive plate appearances in the majors. Feel free to use that note in your next Cubs broadcast, buddy. Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at-bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
Base is empty, one away, and we're at the top of the 5th. Next offering in there for a strike. And now 3-1. That's a walk. Went with another changeup but missed the spot.
They just keep handing out gifts, Boog. Were we supposed to bring something?
See, I think just our presence is the present. Pete Crow Armstrong, the next Cub to hit. He's already homered here in this one. And that one in there at the knees for a strike. 0-1. That clips the corner. Sets him down on strikes. Called strike 3 and a fastball up in the zone.
Well, that was a pretty poor at bat. He just never got the bat off of his shoulder. I mean, you got to go up there looking to swing at some point, especially once you're down 0-2. And at that point, make an adjustment, look to put the ball in play if it's anywhere close. And I'm just not sure what the plan was there.
And here comes Dansby Swanson. First offering, and it just misses. Two outs. Right through there for a strike. The 1-1 is fouled off. And that one is in the dirt. 2-2. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And that is that. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and one left on base. Home half of the fifth coming up. It's the Cubs 3 and the Astros nothing. Back here in Houston, and the batter now, Victor Caratini.
Victor Caratini.
And that's through there for a strike. It's 0-1.
Well, these Astros just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. They're swinging early, being aggressive, but one or two pitches later, the at-bat is over. That's not going to cut it if it's not resulting in hits. So they might want to be a little more selective up there.
Hit in the air, left field. Crow Armstrong running hard to get it. Can't get there, it gets down. So a man on base to start the inning.
Now batting.
Dominant
First
performance for him today, Boog. Just 2 hits allowed so far, no runs across either. And he's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced. So I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride too much.
Christian Walker digs in now. One of the rare guys at first base that you almost think defense first. He is that good with the glove. You're talking about top of the list, elite defensive first baseman.
First basemen are involved in just about every single play. So when you have somebody so solid over there, you can breathe a little easier. The other thing about an elite defensive first baseman like him, it just instills a ton of confidence in those guys playing third and short that have to make those long, tough throws at times. And he just handles them so well. So he really makes the entire infield better with his glove.
And now 2-2. You're not just talking about the ability to pick, Chris. One of the things about him, the range is impressive as he's able to go to his right and get to those balls in the hole. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Remember Mark Kotsay was a real good defensive outfielder. Good instincts, not great speed. Gets a piece and stays alive.
Yeah, and I figured you would get Kotsay into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true. In the dirt. to second, pulls him off the bag. Caratini into scoring position on the wild pitch, and there goes the double play possibility.
Definitely trying to work down and get that double play ball, but it got away enough to erase any chance of that. Good job of moving up into scoring position. Now a hit could make that wild pitch really sting.
Got him. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
And next to hit for Houston, Cooper Hummel. Grounded out to short in his first trip. Just missed.
1-0.
And that one is inside. One out and a runner at second. Next offering is fouled back. Fouled off to the right. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
On the ground, right side. Takes it to the bag, steps on first, and it's out number 2.
Now batting, shortstop, Mauricio.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Mauricio Dubon. The shortstop takes a ball.
1 ball, no strike.
Right through there for a strike. Swanson fires over to first. Bang, bang play, and the inning is over. So the Astros lead one. They trail it here 3-0. Back here in Houston, and here's the first baseman, Michael Busch. Gusto back to work. That misses, and that's ball 1.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1. Activity
1-1.
in the bullpen for Houston. Hunter Brown appears to be getting ready, and I'm sure he's feeling some nerves. This would be his major league debut. Just missed.
Ball 3.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
Full count.
Lifted in the air, out to left. Puts it away for the out. And there's one away.
Now batting, second baseman, Nico
Here's
Horner.
Nico Horner. And that's
Ball.
downstairs. And that is ball one. And that one wrapped foul. And there's a ball.
No.
That one fouled hard the other way.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Line drive and base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you
Now
want to
batting,
bottle.
third
So many
baseman,
positives that
Matt
led to that
Shaw.
knock.
Matt Shaw now at the plate. Shaw having a lot more success on the road this season. That one finds the zone. That's strike one.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
Not
1-1.
close with that one. One ball, one strike. Gusto with a move to first. Horner back in on a dive. Horner, the runner at first with one gone in the inning. Next
Ball
pitch is
two.
outside.
2-1.
Pulls that one foul. And now it's filled up.
So here we go. Base runner at first, could be running on the pitch. He's got good enough speed to steal the bag to get in scoring position, even if it's a swing and miss at the plate.
Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike three.
Now pitchers have become so much better at commanding that high fastball. It used to be that a lot of pitchers didn't like to throw it because it threw off their release point and their mechanics, and they're aimed at keeping everything at the knees, get ground balls. But because hitters get a swing path that can lift balls at the knees up in the air and over the fence, this pitch has come back into play, and they are doing some special things with it.
2 outs. Popped in the air. Left field. Hummel makes the catch. And that is that. So no runs here on a base hit. No errors and one left. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Cubs 3 and the Astros nothing. Bottom of the 6th.
Leading off
Now the
for
third
the
baseman,
Astros,
Isaac
third
Paredes.
baseman, Isaac Paredes.
And the first
1-0.
offering is not close. And
Inside.
another ball. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. That one fouled off. Outside low, and it's 3-2.
Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
Back to work. 3-2 now. Swings and misses. Struck him out.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way. So credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Myers.
Jake Myers up next for the Astros. 0 for 2 in this one. That's in there. 0-1.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
One down, base is empty.
Ball one.
He's one of those Dave McCarty, Mark Carrion, Ricky Henderson types. Throw left, bat right.
You make a note of those guys because it's just different. It's like, man, you're left-handed, but you hit right-handed.
Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. That one gets down for a hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Swing and a foul out of play. Foul ball, still 0-2. Man at first, one away. That one deep left field and forget it. A two-run homer, his 13th home run of the season, and they throw a pair on the board. It's 3-2.
This crowd is on fire right now. They're going nuts thanks to that home run.
So, Singy, this is a little bit of a surprise. A guy known for line drives hits one over the fence.
Well, if you're a little too early, you'll get some elevation in the ball, get out of the ballpark. For him, it's kind of a mistake. But you know what? When you have such a good approach, every now and then you're going to run into one.
One out, base is empty. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Cam Smith, 1 for 2. Just missed. Still only one out here in the inning. And that's a strike. That one misses, and it's 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into right field.
That's now 3 hits in a row for the offense. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Won't go any further. Gave him a good effort as he exits with a lead. And we'll have a new pitcher when we come back.
Now pitching for the
Here's
Chicago
a new pitcher
Cubs.
from the pen, Cade Horton.
Number 22.
And this is an important part of this
Cade
game.
Horton.
Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
One gone, runner at first. Yainer Diaz up next for the Astros. Horton picks over, and he's back in safely.
I think you want to get a one-way lead, be very aggressive in the secondary. This hitter not a power guy, so you want to make sure that you can get some length on the secondary lead.
Runner on the go. In the air to left center. Happ sizing this one up. He makes the catch, and there's two down.
Up next for the Astros, designated hitter, Victor Caratini.
And now, Victor Caratini.
Well, both sides equally as strong, so not a good time to try to turn him around with a relief pitcher and put him on the other side of the plate.
That catches the top part of the zone. Strike one. Now one missed. Pitch
That's the
misses,
ball.
and a count 2-1.
2-1.
That's towards center. Crow Armstrong sizes this one up, and that is the third out of the inning. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. It's now a 3-2 ball game. Back after this on the show. Welcome back. We're in the seventh. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Hunter
Now
Brown.
pitching for the
Just trying to keep this
Astros,
one close here, and this is where a
Number
bullpen
58.
can give their players a chance to
Hunter
fight back into the game.
Brown.
Here's the Cubs
Leading
leadoff
off for the
man,
Cubs,
Ian Happ.
Left fielder, Ian Happ.
There's a strike. Brown measures 6 feet 2 inches, 220 pounds, and he was a 5th round pick back in 2019. Ground ball right side, and it goes just foul. Got him swinging. Next to hit,
Up
Kyle
next for the
Tucker,
Cubs,
1 for
the
3.
designated hitter,
He's a
Kyle
guy who
Tucker.
does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too. Lined, and that's a base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center. Seiya Suzuki, the next Cub to hit. A walk and a pair of strikeouts. And that one gets past the catcher. And now a man into scoring position.
Can't imagine he's too happy with that one on the mound. Just one pitch after giving up the single, he basically turns it into a double.
Tucker, the runner at second with 1 away. Rip towards third. Sends it across to first. And that's an out.
Now batting, center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong.
And now the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong. And it was a homer back in the first inning that got his day started at the plate.
Yeah, Boog, a 2-run blast, and that swing will give him confidence the rest of the way.
Intentional walk here with 2 out. They set up a force at any base to end the inning.